guy that you thought that actually things went well, but what's going on, Jennifer? How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So tell us about what's going on. What's happening?
Well, I went out with this guy a couple times, three times, and texted him. I called him, left a message, and I haven't heard back.
And you are wondering what the problem is because you thought that things went like amazing. You guys actually hung out and stayed the night with each other too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I thought we had a good time, but nothing.
All right. Well, we're going to find out what's going on. He's on the phone with us right now. Brian is his name. Brian, are you okay to go on the radio?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I got to get your permission for that, so I did. Brian, will you say hello to Jennifer?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Brian. Thanks for being on with us. I know it's kind of awkward whenever we do, call somebody up and say, hey, there's somebody that's trying to get a hold of you. Usually, most people think it's like a bill collector, you know what I mean? Or somebody trying to scam them. But it's Mojo in the Morning Show, and we do a thing called Second Date Update. And Jennifer contacted us. She put an entry in on our text message that said that she wanted to get a hold of somebody that she went on a date with, which was you. And we're wondering, what's the story? Like, did you guys have a good date? And maybe you guys can get another date with each other, a second date.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just not really interested, it was okay for what it was, I guess, but no, I'm ready to move on.
What did you guys do? Because I have not heard. She didn't say what you guys did.
Well, we went out to a couple restaurants a couple times, and then the last date, we kind of went to the pet store and then went back to our place. But
you went to a pet store?
What was the pet store thing? Was it just somewhere that you guys wanted to go, or it was just there and you guys walked in?
Well, I didn't want to go, but she wanted to go, so
okay.
She got like a bunch of stuff for cats and stuff that and then I paid for and stuff. But
wait, you paid? Hold on. So you went to a pet store, and Jennifer, you let him pay for your stuff for your animals.
Yeah, why is that weird? I mean, the pet store is amazing. It's like Costco, but
it's like I get it. It's like an errand. And Brian, did you offer to pay for all the stuff for her cats, or how did that work? Because the way you said it made me feel like you... Go ahead.
No, basically we went there and that was cool, and then we got to the register and she just kind of wandered off. But I paid for everything from all our dates. We went out to restaurants. I bought all the food. I bought all the drinks. I bought the Uber home, and so then I bought a bunch of toys and supplies for her cat.
So do you feel like you're being used?
Yes.
Okay. What was the last date though? Because it said here that the last date you guys actually spent the night with each other.
Well, I mean, I sat on the couch while she played with her cats with the toys I bought for them. But yeah, honestly, I was hoping at that point by that night, maybe, we could be more intimate, move some furniture or something, but no, nothing.
Is that your euphemism for sex?
I love that
we
he's
talk about
laughing about
baking
it.
cookies, you will move some furniture. So you have done all this, including purchase things for her cats. You go to her house, you spend the night, nothing happens, and now you're at a point where you're saying to yourself, I've spent a lot of money and I haven't gotten anything out of this deal.
Yeah, that's a good way. I guess that's the way to sum it up, yeah.
I mean, I'll say this, nobody expects that they should get anything, but you're giving a lot. I mean, if you're buying all the stuff and she's not offering to pay for it, why would you not pay for your own cats, Jen?
No, it's not. I mean, it was the pet store wasn't planned. It just was I just remembered there were these toys that my friend had that I was like, oh, I need to get that for my cat Alice.
But why didn't you pay?
That's my grandma now.
I'm sorry?
Why did you not pay?
For your cat toys.
I I saw other things that were screaming out to me, and I just needed to it's like Costco for me going there.
I understand.
And I honestly didn't think when I brought him home, I didn't think my cat Alice would come out to meet him because my cat is really aloof.
Oh my Lord.
But she came out and saw the toys that I got her, and I had to let her play with them because she came out and was interested.
Oh my Lord.
And obviously other things. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you felt that way. I just got carried away, I guess.
Did you guys kiss at all, or did you guys do anything like that?
We cuddled. I think we kissed.
You and him, or you and the cat?
Oh. Well, yeah, of course I'm talking about Brian.
I don't know.
Didn't we?
Wait, so you're thinking Brian should have just made a move if he wanted to do it, or no?
Kind of. I don't know. I just feel like meeting Alice was, I don't know, a big deal, but I guess.
I got to know. This Alice thing is part of your life. You're like KP, who works on our show, and she talks about her freaking cat Bubba all
Alice,
the time,
I'll
like
go
it's a
on
human
date
being.
With you. We can go on a date with
But
our
let me
cats.
say this, because so you wandered away. You were just, you weren't aware that he was paying and that it was time for you to pay. Okay, let's give you the benefit of the doubt there. But then when you got home, wouldn't you Venmo him or give him money? Or I just feel like that to me is kind of strange.
Yeah, I was about to. I'm the ride back, I was just like, oh, I should Venmo him. But I don't know. I guess I just.
Well, why didn't you bring it up? That's not, just oh, thank you very much. And
yeah,
I did not get the impression.
Dude, she wasn't planning on Venmoing you anything.
No.
She's, still even to this point, she hasn't done anything. And it's been weeks since you guys have been together. What's up, Anthony?
So, I was confused when I first started calling in. I was going to ask if they bake cookies, but all of it sounds like they didn't.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, they didn't. Oh, okay.
The only cat he touched was Alice, and that was it.
He still cuddled with her. If there's something wrong and it's bugging him.
I listen. She doesn't need to have sex with him or anything like that, but she also probably needs to pay for something. And I definitely pay for your own cats. What's up, Maya?
Hi. I just wanted to say, it doesn't sound like that was her intention to have him pay for her cat stuff. She put some stuff on the counter, if I'm understanding this correctly. She saw something. A lot of us girls, shiny things, they take your attention away. He voluntarily paid for her stuff, and then he just expects that he's going to get laid. That's rude. He's a jerk, and she's better off without him.
Can I tell you, Maya, though, she should at least offer to give him the money back while they're, riding home or going home.
I disagree. But
why? Why should he pay for a cat? First off, there's one thing about paying for a meal.
Yeah.
Or paying for the Uber, but I'm not paying for somebody's freaking animal.
Oh, right, and I understand that. However, he did. He offered to pay. He didn't just offer.
But shouldn't she say, "Hey, let me pay back," or at least offer?
Yeah, I suppose she could offer, but I still stand by she was not using him. That was their third.
Oh, I think there's
Question for you: How many cats do you own?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't own any cats.
Okay.
Are you in a relationship? I just want to know.
I'm married.
Okay.
And he
before you got married, he paid for everything, including
absolutely
the stuff. Okay, well, God help him. What's up, Hannah? Hi.
Hi. I think that everybody knows when it's time to pay. Even if I'm on a date now, you got things and you're in line, what's next. So you're obviously walking away on purpose.
Yeah, that's her move.
Right? Isn't that, I don't know, even when my husband and I were dating, I would make sure I knew who was paying. It made me nervous at that point to know, all right, if he's paying, I'm paying him back.
It's the person that gets up and goes to the bathroom when the bill comes, and then
that guy.
And is in there for a long time. What's up, Casey?
Hi. I think that this woman's a little nuts, and Brian probably made the right move.
I kind of tend to agree, too, but there's some people angry about us not being nice to her.
I was dating a man for like 3 years, and we still split stuff on Venmo 3 years later. And I feel like it's nuts to leave him sitting on the couch while you play with your cat.
Right. And not let him watch.
Yeah, right. Right. Like, at least let him touch it.
By the way, we are talking about a cat.
Yeah, of course.
We cannot get fined because this is Alice that we're talking about, the cat.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for the call. Second date update on Mojo in the Morning. If you're not getting a call back, text date to 95500.
This is the home of the dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second date update. And War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
How happy does it make me to listen to Mojo in the morning? I'd say happier than a cheater whose number is blocked from the War of the Roses call.
Channel 955.
I had something weird happen to me yesterday, and tell me if you guys would do this. I had to go pick up some prescriptions, and I'm at the pharmacy, and I'm in the parking lot, and I had a person come up to me in the parking lot and ask me if they could use my cell phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, randomly just ask, hey, do you mind if I borrow your phone? And it was kind of an interesting time for me because I didn't think, like, okay, I think I'm getting scammed here. I didn't think about that at first. And I'm like, well, hold on a second. I'm like pulling it out of my pocket. Like, I wasn't fast enough to just go, no, I don't want you to use the phone. And then I thought for a second, I go, hold on. I just got to think for a second. Am I fast enough to catch that person if they start running?
And the answer is no.
Yeah, the answer is definitely no. Can I corner them into an area? Yeah, maybe. And try to barrel tackle them or something like that. So I'm like, all right, this guy looks a little shady. And he's got his pickup truck there. And his pickup truck didn't look like it was that great. It wasn't like this guy. He didn't look like he had a ton, but he didn't look like he had nothing. He looked like the type of guy, honestly, that would rob you. But would rob you and say, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
He had a reason.
He had hey, I had a tough life. Go ahead. Here you go. I'm robbing you.
Did he say what for? Why
he said that his car wasn't working and he needed to call and try to get somebody to come and help him. And that was the thing. Is I felt like all bad and stuff. And then I started looking and going, all right, do you have kids with you or something? And it was by himself. So I'm like, oh, you know what? It's just a phone, and I got to find my phone and stuff. If the guy does it, what the hell? I'll upgrade to the next phone. Who knows? I'll claim my insurance. I have the theft on there. It's I've never done before. I've always wanted to do it. I gave him the phone, and he legit picked up the phone or dialed the phone and dialed, to get help. And I'm listening to the guy. I kind of felt good about it. I was like a good Samaritan. I feel like I should get the key to Commerce Township or something.
Relax.
They should give me a key to the city for what I did. But let me ask you guys, would you let a random person use your phone?
No.
I'm kind of jaded. I've two things happen in my mind. How close do you stand to the person if you do let them use your phone? Do you give them space to have a personal conversation, or are you up close and personal with them to make sure they don't run off? My first thing was somebody comes up to me, asking me for my phone. My head is on the swivel. I'm looking around to make sure this is not a diversion where somebody else can come out of the blue and knock me out.
Yeah, see, I wasn't even thinking that at that time. I wasn't even thinking about that this is all a big setup and they're going to steal my car or something.
I know this sounds terrible, but this is my very honest answer. I would have to assess the situation, and it totally depends on what the person looks like.
Yeah. Yeah,
because if they look shady, my answer is no. If they don't, my answer is yes. And quite honestly, Kev, I'd be dumb and I wouldn't look around and assess the situation. I would just be like, okay, this person desperately needs to use my phone. Okay.
Yeah.
But
real quick, 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548, text 95500. Would you let somebody use your phone, be a good Samaritan, or have you ever done this and have ever had it turn on you?
Yeah.
Because I sit there and I think we're all good people, right? I think, well,
mostly
some of us.
Someone's quiet.
I love that we had to wait a second.
The person who goes, no, I wouldn't let him use the phone right off the bat.
You didn't ask me why.
Well, okay, why?
I honestly have a really hard time with this because it's actually my biggest fear is not having a phone in public. I actually think it's so safety important now just to have a way to call 911. There are no payphones anymore.
Yeah.
You can't borrow somebody else's phone.
But you could walk right into the pharmacy and said, somebody just took my phone.
But even then, what phone are they going to give you other than their cell phones? I don't think they're going to hand it over a counter where you can run away and they got to hop a counter. But it's now our wallets. It now has my medical information on it. There's too much personal information where I wouldn't give it to you.
Yeah.
But I'm also the kind of person that I would absolutely make the call for you or let you do it on speakerphone. But I will not hand you my phone.
Yeah, Carl, you wanted to say that, huh? Hi, Carl.
Hi.
Carl, you actually were on hold here, and you said that I should have done speakerphone?
Yes, that's what I would have done. I would have dialed the number for them, put them on speakerphone, and held the phone in my hand, and that would have solved the problem, and I would have still had possession of my phone, and he would have still been able to make that phone call.
You're a smarter man than I am, Carl.
Retired Detroit police.
Oh, there you go. Well, hey, did you ever have to work detail on opening day?
You know what? The last 5 years, I flew the helicopter the last 5 years.
Oh, man.
Flying over.
You probably see people throwing up in really crazy places.
Oh, yeah. The first 16 years I was on the street, scout cars, shootings, all kinds.
Oh, jeez.
I got a lot of good felony. No, I feel blessed. I got a lot of good felony arrests. I didn't care about writing tickets. I want to get the bad people off the street.
Good for you, man. Thank you for serving, buddy. Appreciate you. What's up, Abby?
Hey, so on it was a holiday. I don't remember if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving. There were some people on the side of the road, and they flagged me down. And I was on my way into work, so I stopped and I'm like, "Hey, is everything okay?" Their phones were dead. They blew a tire. They were trying to get a hold of a cousin, brother, somebody to come and get them. So I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I let them use my phone, and everything was fine. They were all good. They were like, "Okay, they're on their way. They're all set." I'm like, "Cool," because I have to go to work. Well, then I went to work, and then their family member called me back and was like, "Hey, I just got held up. I'm not going to be there for another couple hours. Will you let him know?" I'm like, "Well, I can't. I'm at work." He was like, "Well, just drive back over there." I'm like, "Oh,
jeez. They're asking now they're calling you for other stuff.
They were blowing my phone up all day. "Hey, did you get a chance to let them know?" And then they let me know later on, "Oh, hey, by the way, just wanted you to know I did go back and get them." I'm like, "Okay, cool, thanks."
Oh, my God. That's craziness. It's like, what is it? No good deed goes unpunished. What's up, Melissa?
Hey, guys. So I lived out in the suburbs, but my boyfriend lived in the city, and I worked at a soul food place in the city. And I was picking up my check. He ran into a party store, and there was this old lady on the side of the road on Van Dyke and Harper. And she said, "I just got out of the hospital. Can you drop me off?" Sure, my trusting self. "Come on, Grandma Betty, get in the car."
Oh, my God.
My boyfriend comes out. He's like, "What in the HE hockey stick?" I'm like, "She just needs a ride." He's like, "Her grandsons are going to be waiting on the porch to carjack."
Oh, my God.
Was everything okay?
He made me drop her off on the corner of her street.
Lady, I'm sorry. You may be old, but you're walking. I don't want to get robbed.
That's it. 7-time caller, guys. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you so much. Thanks, Melissa. Stephanie, listen to this. This is where the scam happens. What happened, Steph?
My wife and I were at the Ed Sheeran concert last summer in Detroit. And we got out of there, and there was a middle-aged guy come over to me, and it was obvious that he had quite a bit to drink. But he come over, and he had his credit card and his phone, and he just handed it to me and asked me if I would load his credit card into his Uber app because he didn't know how to do it and couldn't figure it out. And I just thought, wow, I must look really trustworthy. And I kind of thought about running, but I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't. No, of course, I put it, I loaded it in there for him. It actually took quite a while, and I almost missed my own Uber just to do that.
Oh, that's nice. It's funny because I read the call screen board and it said had the phone and the person was looking at their credit card. I thought you were getting robbed. You could have robbed him if you wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I was like, wow, I could really take his. No.
By the way, first thing you're thinking about is stealing his phone. Remind me if you ever are out in the streets and need help with a phone. I won't give it to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about karma, so I was like, yes, absolutely. Let me load this in here for you.
That is nice. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too. Thanks.
This is the home of Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
The 1-800-CALL-SAM Traffic Center. Channel 955. It's Mojo in the Mornings, Motor City Traffic.
It's really chilly outside for June. 8:21. We're at 50 degrees. Clouds right now. Might see some sunshine later on this afternoon. A high temp today of only 68. Out in the streets, a 7-minute delay. 94 eastbound between Michigan Avenue and Livernois. More slow traffic. Northbound 275 between 8 Mile and 696. The double right lane closure slowing things down pretty significantly. 20-minute delay. Southbound 275 between Ford Road and 94. And the double right lane closure on the northbound Southfield Freeway between 94 and Rotunda Drive has traffic backed up from Allen Road. Another 20-minute delay there. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.